and through the smoke he was found. Again with the trash, Nick. Again. Why is there trash everywhere? Again with the trash. Well, good morning, ladies and germs of YouTube. And I hope you have a good day. We're back to vaping my favorite flavor by the Dead Presidents. I can't vape one of their flavors because it has orange in it. Yada yada. And they derive all their flavorings from actual flavors. Yada yada. So I can't smoke the one with the orange in it because I'm allergic to oranges and I don't want my face to go like a boom boom. Anywho, we learned another new song. It's on page 90 this time. And anyway, it goes like this. Hold up. No, hold on. Totally hit the wrong note there, Nick. What's your problem this morning? Nope. And then it starts back over. Oh, that's G. I'm not having a good morning. Anyway, yeah. That's the other song that I had to do for my school last night. And that obviously shows that I'm not dumb. I can read notes. I'm not illiterate. Just got to write it down. And sometimes I have a hard time remembering things. That was a long thing to remember. So was the one before it. It's like there's a lot of back and forth. The song before it, oh my God, there's so much back and forth. And why is there? Just seems like there's a button undone. I'm guessing that it is spring break for my music class because she didn't drop anything else last night. There's one more day. One more day till election day here in Idaho. What's up, Dave Ritz? One more day till election day. But yeah, I just gotta find it funny. You can vote early here too. It's like, but why? I always thought it'd be better if we kept it paper vote, but that's just me. A little less, what do you call it? Valuable? A little less corruptible. That's just my eyes. Maybe paper's a little less Fallible. What's up, Dave? Yeah, as you can see, I've been learning piano. Stupid YouTube. Fucking. I hate how much they think they need to change everything like every freaking week. Seems like every couple of days something else is different. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I don't like change. Is what it is. But yeah, we're actually vaping on both Washington and Lincoln because there was still some leftover Lincoln in the vape tank. And I found something out. Okay, so I have an older bottle of juice here. I don't smoke on, but certain juices, especially Naked brand, and especially their menthol brand. Where did it say it? It says somewhere on here that this product contains formaldehyde. No, I'm not even joking. It said it somewhere. I can't remember. It might be on the box, but yeah. Basically, I won't vape this one anymore because of that. Yeah. Lovely, right? Some embalming agents. Yeah. So basically, I'm trying to stay away from flavors that typically they contain shit like that. And most of this nicotine isn't made foreignly, it's made right here in the state of Idaho. Cool, right? But yeah, can't wait till I learn more and I'm able to just do a lick in one freaking go. Like that was kind of almost one go, but I hit some wrong notes. It is what it is. Still learning. It's a learning process. A lot of people just come in and say, "Oh, you suck." Well, you know what? Did you ever try? So how do you know if I suck if you never tried? You don't. God, this tastes good. But yeah, that's some real shit right there. Real talk. How do you know someone else sucks at something if you never tried to do something yourself and learn it for yourself? Like that's been a lot of the learning process, reteaching me notes. My mom's been reteaching me notes. And to be straight up, my mom's been teaching me notes for like a couple of years now, actually. She didn't even realize it, but so this is D, this is E, F, A, or G, A, C, or B, and then C again. And I can't tell you why the keyboard starts back over. It just does. Just like this would be C sharp. This would be B sharp. This would be G sharp, I think. Or hold on. No, that's above what? F. That would be F sharp. Yada yada. You get it. G and A sharp. I only have a 61 key, so there's not 81 keys. So yeah. But yeah. What's up? Hello, hello. I just figured every day I might as well do a video, even if it's just a short 10 to 20 minute video. You know, keep people viewing content like they used to, keep people informed about, my views, I guess. I've been noticing a lot more people commenting lately, and like they aren't just negative comments anymore. For a long time, they were just negative comments. So, one thing I don't like is I used to be able to click on people's names and go to their profile, and you can't do that anymore. I don't know why. At least it won't let me do it while I'm streaming. That may be it. But I don't know how to even view the video anymore without going to my page and like doing shit that I shouldn't have to do because they've changed so much. Literally changed so much. Yeah, some people are really rude. No, you still can't even do it. You can't even do it going to your YouTube. They must have changed that and took it out. I think that's dumb as hell. They're always changing shit and taking it away. Especially because I've been on this website for almost 10 years now. And I've watched the change and watched it over and over and over and over again, time and time again. And I think that they need to stop trying to change the website and work on the things that aren't broken. Yeah, I used to be able to go and click on everybody's individual profile and see how many subs. God, now you can't even do that. It's like okay, whatever, or see who they follow, etc., etc. They're taking that away too. It's like y'all are fucking your own algorithm up, really. All just so you can make it a little more viewable for kids. They're screwing their own algorithm up. I remember it used to be you only had to have you only had to have like 250 some subs to be monetized. Now it's 1,000. It's like y'all are fucking kidding me. Just so you know, no, I don't have 1,000. I'm nowhere near close. I keep losing subs, gaining subs, losing subs. Must be something I say that they don't like. Oh well. I ate that whole box of Cheez Its, and I ate that whole box or that whole bag of freaking Cheetos, and yet I'm still too lazy to pick up the damn thing. Get out of my way. Oh, there we go. I picked it up. Ellie's now your host. Tell him, Ellie, you're the host. She's like, I'm not hosting shit. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh. Stomach. She has 3 treats sitting on the ground. Let's tell you the story about her and treats, okay? Especially bigger ones. You know, biscuit-sized bones. Biscuit-sized bones. She thinks that it's a game. I'm not joking now. She thinks it's a game to take the biscuit-sized bones, and take them outside and bury them. And then she wants you to go find them where she buried them. Yeah, that's how funny that dog is. Well, lo and behold, I bought her some bones the other day. They were only $1, right? Or something like that. It's still money out of my pocket, right? And she goes and hides it in the middle of the fucking night. Middle of the night. And I'm out there looking, cussing and yelling. You know, last time I was cussing and yelling outside, some asshole decided, oh, I'm gonna call the cops on this guy because he's being too loud outside. By the way, this state has no noise ordinance. None whatsoever. Unless you're making a domestic disturbance, then they consider that noise ordinance worthy. It's like, really? So you're not even allowed to cuss and yell in your own fucking backyard? Get fucked. What's up, V-Stag? Yeah, that was like 7 months back. I was cussing and yelling in the yard trying to put up a damn greenhouse, and the cops came over. You know, the cops actually helped me. So whatever idiot called the cops is a fucking moron. I'm just saying. For one, when there's wind and gusts of rain and gusts of this and that, and you're sitting there calling the cops on somebody while they're trying to get something done, you're just being a hindrance to what they're trying to do. Just saying. I wish more neighbors learned how to go over and ask people, hey, you need some help doing that? Oh, I didn't grab no gun. I ain't got no fucking reason to out here. I mean, yeah, they come to the door, big whoop, you know, it's like, unless you're doing something wrong, they ain't got no reason to really arrest you. It might have been this that people didn't like. It's dirty. It needs a wash. It's got some coffee stain right there. Fuck them. I still respect people even if they voted Democrat, even though I don't condone voting Democrat. Hey, it's your choice. To me, it's still part of the system that we're all trying to fight to grasp. I've been up for like 2 hours now, and I feel like I'm still asleep. That damn time change fucked my whole week up. Guess I no longer need this bottle out. I was trying to get the last of the last drop the other day. You know, I could do that out here, but at the same time, no need to. You know, meet the cops with force, yada yada, yada yada. I see it as cops. We weren't really necessary. Now, don't get me wrong. When you all hear this, you're probably going to be blown away. We weren't necessarily supposed to have our own police force. We weren't supposed to be governed by a government. We were supposed to govern ourselves. And yeah, people think that we're supposed to have a police force to keep everything all hunky dory. Well, you know, how'd they do it back in the 1800s? They had one sheriff for each county. Never once had a police force. It wasn't until, you know, they decided, oh, organized crime is a big relevant thing, yada yada, so forth and so on. Stealing from trains like Billy the Kid used to do wasn't going to be allowed anymore, yada yada. And there became the law force. They were first known as the Pinkertons. I'm just assuming, or I'm just using what I know from history. But when the Pinkertons came around, they were really stealing people's land. So were they being just? They're stealing your land so they could put a railroad through it. Tell me that's some justification there. Killing thousands upon thousands of Native Americans as they did this. Oh, we're just going to take your land. We're just going to take it. Bye. That's essentially what happened. People don't like that. That's the truth. The truth is the truth. Native Americans didn't do things that would per se portray them as solely innocent either. They killed people too and scalped them. But, you know, history is history. And dog, you're not going out that way because what you did last night. Okay, a little other funny story about that dog. That dog knows how to push a door open. Literally get the door open. She was outside at 3 o'clock in the morning last night. My mom came out here at 5 o'clock in the morning. The dog was sitting right by the door, guarding the door, acting like there was something out there. Yeah, I get it. She's a smart dog, but shit. She's afraid to bite me half the time. Only times she really will bite me is when she's playing really, really fiercely and she wants to win. But the point is she's afraid to bite me because I'll bite her on the ear. You know how you get a dog to fear you and respect you as an owner? You got to show dominance over that dog. This first thing I ever did with her, she tried to bite me when I first originally got her. You know what I did? I went up and bit her on the ear, and she stopped trying to bite me. Now she does nothing but love me. It's a little trick. You ever do mushing dogs, you got to do the same thing, or else they're going to assert their dominance over you. And then they're going to think you're a little bitch that they can just push around. Yep. Have fun washing them dishes. I did that yesterday. It's always good to get that done on Sunday. I haven't been to church in forever, though. Yeah, I know most people don't like religious talks either. I haven't been to church since I moved here, actually. I see this as my church. If you don't get what I mean by that, I can say what I want. Yeah, the mouth may say words that are unedifiable, or the mouth may say words that per se aren't Jesuit, but that doesn't mean that they are any less Christ-like or any less Jesus-like or yada yada. It's about how people portray their life. Yeah. Just like you just said it, you don't need church to be close to Jesus. Yeah, you're right. I could go out in the wilderness and remember this one thing. Where did he preach most of the time? The wilderness. I get a sense of freedom whenever I go out in the wilderness by myself. It's just like there's nothing else like it. And that's why I moved to where I moved. Because, like I never had this sense of happiness when I lived in California, ever. Like every other day was something new. Well, in California, every other day was the same old shit and didn't fucking ever change. So I walked these 3 dogs early in the morning. And basically these dogs are amazing, but I wish I could own one, but not with Ellie. They're Dachshunds. The other 2 are over there. They're really good dogs, though. They listen for the most part. The only one that doesn't really listen is, the black one doesn't really listen, and the other one doesn't really listen. But you kind of got to get that from puppies. They're only both a year old, so yada yada. You get it. I didn't know that when I first started walking them. They were only like 4 or 5 months old. Good dogs, though. They'll dig up whatever the hell you tell them to. You know what would be funny is a pack full of dachshunds hunting rabbits or something. That would be funny. Just like I watched this video the other day of Ellie's breed, wherever she went over by the door. Basically, Dogo Argentinos, they can be either the most loving dog or they can be the most overprotective little shithead. And that's basically what I saw in this video the other day. This guy, though, to get them over that overprotective little shithead attitude mentality, he takes them out and he runs them. And he lives in California, but he runs them in Texas half the time. And he has about 15 dogs, 15 Dogo Argentinos. And some of them are crossed with Catahoulas, but that's how Dogos get their spots. I didn't know that till the other day. And basically, he runs them after hogs. And they get these medium-sized wild hogs, or, what I'd call before juvenile stage. So they're probably about 2 years old. Okay. and they get the younger dogs to chase them around to get them in the mentality of hunting boar, etc., etc. That's really what those dogs were originally bred for. They were bred by two brothers that wanted a good dog that was also a good guard dog, but also a good hunting dog. And that's what they came up with. Wow, Nick actually knows something about something other than fish, right? Ugh. What's up, biggies? It is dark in here today. I don't know why I'm sitting in the dark. I don't usually sit in the dark, if you know that about me. This coil better not be burnt. I just put it in yesterday. Yeah, so now I don't even know if I'm subscribed to the people that are like commenting in the box because I changed that. Now you can't even click on their profile and see their profile. You can only report, remove, put in timeout, hide user, or add moderator, yada yada. She's back up on her couch. Okay, so first time in forever, I ate some spicy food last night, like really spicy. Put some habanero. Put one habanero, literally one habanero. It's pretty big. It was like this big, but I put one habanero. All right, and two serranos. By God, I tell you what, that was some hot salsa still. And what's even funnier is I remove all the capsaicin and the seeds. It was still hot as fuck. It's like my guts will not be thanking me in the morning, and they weren't. So here's a thought. What do you think about vegetable based waste product turned into a straw? That's basically the direction they're headed to eliminate plastic. I've seen it already one or two, three places here in Boise. And I'm sorry, that's just stupid. Then you got somebody in my chat room saying, "You ever hear of a metal straw?" Yeah, everybody has. It's like, dude, come on now. But the point is this generation just lives by what we can throw away. Okay, so here's a little thing you probably didn't know about me. Every filter that I take out of the fish tanks doesn't just get thrown away. I mean, yeah, after I'm done taking out all the charcoal, it gets thrown away, but not until then. And then I use the charcoal in the garden. I use a lot of filters, people. A lot. I use enough filters to cover a whole spread of land. Okay? I think I'm the person that taught most people on YouTube or vice versa on Facebook, even that marine land filters, if you go into PetSmart and you look on their app before you buy them, instead of paying $21, you pay $6. Or now they raised it up $2, so you pay $8. You pay $14 for 2 packs of filters. Go figure, right? Oh, I've got to use the restroom, people, so I'll be right back. take the phone with me. Oh, yeah. That's basically what I felt. Death on the inside. Which is crazy because I fucking tore out all the capsaicin. Like, I can even prove it to you. It's sitting over there on the cutting board. So, how, when you tear out the thing that's supposed to make the damn thing hot, is it still hot? Are you fucking kidding me? That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen somebody say. You can die from straws. IDK why they give them to drunk people. So about a week ago, I was about to shave all this shit down here because it was driving me nuts. I was going to leave this and just shave the rest, like shave the underbelly of my beard and all that crap. I was getting done. And then I went out and bought some shampoo and I was like, oh, that's what it needed. Or what you call protein packets. Protein packets work really good when you got a beard. Just rub that whole thing in here and then rub some up here. Still doesn't help my dryness. Oh well. Fuck it. Never really gave a shit what people think about me anyway. What's the point to? I'm gonna look this person up. Maria Portillo. I probably have them already. Oh. No, I don't have my videos rated for kids, but, I realize some people have kids and yada yada. I'll just follow you anyway. But yeah. Biscuit, no. Go fuck yourself, video. And you, video. Don't need a copyright. Oh, Jesus. Stupid computer. Right? It must be a nice video. Yeah, it's a video on how to teach you how to grow sweet potatoes in your fish tank. And yeah, it's somebody else's content. So yada yada. Yeah, I don't need that right now. At least I screamed over it before it started going. Ah! Sorry, I cracked myself up. I guess that's what life's about anyway. So it wasn't the habaneros though, it was the lettuce. Don't put lettuce on a burrito when you have habaneros on there. It's just a bad mistake. Lettuce and habaneros don't combine. Lettuce breaks down in your stomach and your small intestine and your large intestine, yada yada, and it comes out as water. Just so you know. I didn't think people knew that. I just thought it's just like poop, or like corn comes out in your poop. The reason that is because corn doesn't actually digest in the human digestive tract. It's really bad for you. I don't eat corn. Can't eat it. I love corn, but can't eat it. It runs and wreaks havoc on my digestive tract. Let's just put it like that. Yeah. I'm sorry, bro. Get better. I know how those are because obviously I've had this redone. Just to show you, I know how those are. Yeah. That's some fucking nasty shit all the time. I probably should have a sleep apnea machine, but I don't. I'm too broke. And I don't think my insurance would cover that. And I'd have to go down to California for like 5 days, which technically I can still pay taxes in California because I started my online business in California. People don't know that. California passed this taxation law thing to where they can still tax people when you don't even live in their state. So basically, you could still be paying taxes. For me, I have a second address in California, so and I always will. And until that address is no longer in my family name, I'll have that second address to say that, hey, I can collect mail there. I technically live there some parts out of the year, yada yada. So I didn't completely say goodbye to California. I just left it in the rear view, as they say. Can I stand people there? People are so rude there. I mean, don't get me wrong, people are rude here too, but people are so freaking rude there. I've only gotten in one altercation where somebody tried to fight me out here. You know how many altercations I got in where people tried to fight me in California? Too many. About 50 to 60,000 times. And that may be a bit of an exaggeration, but shit, it's like people are a lot more hostile in California. People out here in the sticks, they're more likely to grab their gun and shoot you now and ask questions later. Just saying. There's no way to ask questions later. You're dead. Here's an example. Like 3 weeks ago, lo and behold, I'll tell you that I saw somebody that was stabbed to death. Not in my state, but it still affects my state, if that makes any sense, because it's in a neighboring state on the borderline. And basically, I rolled up as they were putting him in the corner van. And yeah, that makes you kind of wake up and realize, wow, you can get stabbed over just going into an establishment. Wow. Oh, I know that, Yama. It's like, to me, that's crazy. Like, I just don't get it. Guy was 3 years younger than me and gets stabbed to death over just literally talking to another guy's girlfriend. I'm pretty sure that's what it was over, because that's what they said it was over. And, they kind of been hush hush about everything else. But they said that the guy got stabbed and he just dropped, which isn't exactly true, because the three people kicked the shit out of him and stabbed him when he tried to get up. That was somebody's kid, somebody's grandson, somebody's dad, for all you know. You don't know that. And you know what's even more fucked up? They didn't take his money. They didn't take his wallet. They didn't take nothing. They just stabbed him. Blows my mind. It wasn't like a crime. It had no just cause, is what I'm saying. It had no instigation. It was just, words were exchanged and people got heated and somebody got hurt over it. I don't like that, especially because I used to go into that establishment all the time. Yeah, basically. And there was three people against one. Makes you realize that in this world, no matter where you are, that you have to, in all seriousness, you just have to mind yourself. And that's the best advice I can give people. Mind yourself. Don't try to be overly, and that's one thing I struggle with. I try to be overly friendly to everyone, and that's probably going to be my downfall one day. I could walk out of an establishment just like that guy did and get stabbed in the back because somebody didn't like my attitude. My attitude was a little more positive than they could handle, etc., etc. You get what I'm saying? So basically, yeah, it's like that could happen to anyone, really. That's what the world has become. People are so quick to anger instead of, trying to diffuse a situation or, alter the situation. It's like, let's use William Shatner's new show as an example. They were saying last night that we can control our destiny by perceiving dreams, because dreams tell little bits and tidbits about the future, almost like premonitions. Now think about that one for a minute and just let it divulge in your brain. So that's basically saying there were people that knew that 9/11 was going to happen before it happened. Nostradamus, he even predicted Hitler before Hitler even happened. So I'm just using that as an example. It's like we control anything we put out into the world. Negativity, positivity, the latter. And I'm basically saying you can control your own destiny if you learn how to divulge what dreams mean. Kind of crazy, right? Yeah. I so totally get what Upchurch means about people constantly changing topic within their video. It's to keep people guessing. Thanks, Ryan. Ryan Upchurch. Really? Because I haven't been wanting to do videos lately. He's kind of been my inspiration. And I know he only drops one every couple of weeks, maybe once a month now, because of the whole fucked up ordeal with Little dumbass. We'll just call her that. We won't even give her no clout to chase. Little dumbass kind of screwed him up right here. I can see why. It happens to the best of us, bro. Little dumbass is a girl, by the way, for all those people out there that don't know and haven't followed Ryan Upchurch. He's a pretty good rapper. Also has country music, and he's going to be dropping a country music album April 20th, actually. 420. That's when he's going to be dropping it. I only know that because I watched his video yesterday. But yeah, there's a lot of people that I wish they produced more content, but I see also the reason why they don't produce more content is because they're being blacklisted. Anybody who says something that isn't against or that doesn't go with the narrative right now or isn't PC or yada yada is conservative, yada yada, or even unconservative, like people that have their own free thought right now are being censored on this platform. And that's why a lot of people are using StreamYard. YouTube pretty much killed their own platform when they took away Google Hangouts. They really did. And for me to say that, I'm basing that off of their own algorithmic equation. There's a little saying called "Don't screw the pooch." Well, they screwed the pooch because they screwed everybody. Technically, YouTube owes every person who is already monetized before they did this new monetization thing, but they never paid not a single person a dime. You know what that's called? It's called theft. Intellectual theft. Really? Look it up. Not joking. Oh, how is that, Nick? Well, we were taught growing up that if you went and took something without asking, that it was called stealing. Same concept. They're taking money out of people's pockets without even telling. They're just doing. Oh, you're making that money off of our site. Well, you know what? Your site was a free market platform. Keyword there was. Literally, it was. Now it's become a platform where you can't even speak out on this or that without it being called hate speech, etc., etc. You can't have a bigoted thought without it being hate speech. You can't have a different thought than anybody else without it being against the hive mind. It's like, fuck is that? The other day I was on totally off topic, but there's some dude, literally a dude, sitting in a dress. It makes me question my whole freaking generation. Really does. He may be okay in his own skin, but that doesn't make people like me feel okay. That makes people like me feel weirded the fuck out. Because he's sitting there talking about things of my generation. We're about the same age, 2 years apart. But it's like, you're wearing a dress, bro. You're talking about masculine things, but you're wearing a dress. I don't fucking understand that, and I don't think I'm meant to. That's what's wrong with my generation. That right there. When I was 5 years old, I knew how to read really well. I already knew what a homosexual was. Yada, yada. So on and so forth. I grew up in California, and it's just like, Mind-blowing. By the time I was 7, I already knew what a tranny was. So go figure. I didn't get it, but I knew what it was. I could read just like anybody else. But what I don't get is why they're trapped inside a child like mine and dressing up to be something they aren't. Not meant to understand that. There are some things in this world that you aren't meant to understand. There are some things in this world that you just can't change. And there are some people in this world that you just have to accept they're fucking weirdos. And they are who they are for who they are and what they are. Yada yada. I grew up with somebody like that. They were a girl all the way up until they hit 18 and they changed their sex. Yada yada. Did it bother me? Yeah, quite a bit. But is there anything I can do about it? Those just like I just said, that's one of those things you have to just kind of accept without accepting it. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like this world has become crazy, like you said already. This world has become, what's the words my grandpa used to use? Hell in a handbasket? Yeah, hell in a handbasket. That's what it's become. Miss that fucker. He grew up through the Great Depression. His father grew up through the Civil War. He wasn't even really related to me. He was my step grandfather, but he was more of a father to me than anybody else I ever knew throughout my whole life. Probably why the way I am is the way I am. I don't think he would have voted for Trump. I could be wrong. But hey. Oh, my back. Ooh. Pop. I've been on here for an hour. We kind of derailed from the original, but there wasn't really a topic today. I really wish I could find out what's wrong with my intestinal problem, but that'll be something I figure out later. More than likely, once I have full coverage, etc., whether I join the military or not, that'll be something that has to be found out later. But I just hope it's not something like colon cancer or some shit like that, because there's only a few things that make you crap blood. And yeah, basically, I don't like sharing that. That's one thing I really don't like sharing. Yeah, is what it is. I distract myself, is what it is. I have ADHD so bad to the point that I have to remind myself what I was even talking about. So stupid spot on the screen. But yeah, basically, there was no real topic. Just shooting the breeze and shooting the shit. Telling my side of things. You know, I find it funny. After tomorrow, we'll know how many states voted one way and how many states voted the other way. How many states actually voted for socialism? You know, I think it was Ronald Reagan that said that communism would enter the country in a new form, and that new form would be called democratic socialism. So just saying socialism didn't work in any of the states or countries that it was ever implemented. And before communism was implemented, socialism was implemented in most of these countries and states. And I call, other countries their city states, because it's just an easier way of thinking about it than calling them districts and parishes and north and south and da 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 da. But yeah, basically, I think that this world has gone so freaking backwards. Even this country as a whole, like, they just don't get it. They don't get that socialism being implemented in Germany was what turned to fascism. They don't get that caused the death of like a couple million Jews. Yeah. 4 weeks paid vacation, but who actually really pays for that? If you think about it in the long run, we people pay for that. We pay for them to implement ideals that aren't so human savvy. And what's crazier is people are like, oh, let's end capitalism. Let's end free market capitalism. Well, what they don't realize, without free market capitalism, there would be no jobs. There'd be no work. Yeah, your boss has to pay it, but in turn, you pay it through some sort of taxation. My stomach is just off the rails today. Tell me, I hate you, Nick. I want to destroy you today. Sitting there clenching my stomach like from the inside. Hey, you know what's crazy is I haven't had to block anybody. I haven't had to ban anybody or anything for quite some time, and I find that awesome because I don't like having to ban people from my channel because it's just kind of childish that people can't just agree to disagree, etc. And like, I don't know. I need to put these back in the other room. The tanks before they get broke. We don't really have healthcare in this country. When you have to wait 9 months to even be seen, that isn't healthcare. Or you have to wait a month and a half to even be seen for something involving your face, like my mom. That isn't healthcare. That's literally denying people safe access to healthcare. And I would be actually blown away if they implemented if they implemented Canada's healthcare program in the United States, because Canada, yeah, they may pay for their healthcare through taxes, but they're actually taken care of and they don't have to wait months. People die in months' time, right? People die in a week's time. Our healthcare in the U.S. is non-existent. Thank you, Obama. It was a little better before Obama, but fuck. Y'all know how I feel about that motherfucker. He screwed this country backwards. He put a whole new meaning to screwing the pooch. Let's just put it like that. He gave money to Iran. And what Iran turn around and do? They started wars in the Middle East. Thank you, Obama. Or let's get to the better one. His Secretary of State. She sold uranium to Iran, Korea, I believe China, Russia, Ukraine. She was trying to start wars in every single country, if you think about it. Uranium's used to create bombs, or vice versa. Uranium's used to cool nuclear power plants. So, in my end of the book, at the end of my day, I still tell my mom I don't like Bon Jovi because he obviously, just like, as much as I hate talking about Robin Williams in a negative light, he, just like Robin Williams, supported and funded Uranium One. Something I talked about probably like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that. Yeah. I think it has something to do with MK Ultra, but hey, what do I know? Oh shit, Nick's going into conspiracy theory. Everybody run away. And Mom went and grabbed this morning for me. She bought this morning because I don't wake up at 7 a.m. They didn't give me a box. They always give me the box. That to me says why they go to war all the time. I'll tell you. You don't understand why? I'll tell you actually the 100% reason why. Because the only time that this country, or any other country for that matter, is making money is when they're at what? War. That's straight up. That's the only time that any country makes money, is when they're at war. I know it sounds sad, but that's the truth. Yeah, the Russians do it also. Yeah. Fuck me. What scares the living shit out of me is people actually want Bernie Sanders in this country, somebody who was handing cocaine to kids when he was probably somewhere around 30, maybe 40 years old in South America. There's a video of it out there if you want to look it up. He was literally saying, "Oh, da 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 da. Do you kids like Coke?" And they thought he was talking about Coca-Cola, and he's like, "No, cocaine." I'm not even kidding. How someone could want someone like that as president, to me, even Trump has his flaws, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, he wasn't a politician. All these people that are fighting against him, they're all politicians. And they all have something to lose with him getting reelected, because they all realize that anything that they implemented, anything they turned to pass, basically is getting thrown the fuck out. And that's why they're so mad, and they're all about this impeachment bullcrap that was so totally farce that it wasn't even funny. When someone does something that isn't even impeachable and goes to court for it, you notice he didn't once show up for a single hearing until it was like the deposition hearing. You know the reason for that? Because he knew he wasn't guilty. Yeah, I can kind of see how you say that. It's an old men's club. Well, younger people, they have the right mind. Even myself, we have the right mind. We don't have the right skill set. If that makes sense. We have like a skill set that would be wrong for the job. If that makes any sense. And Biden didn't even get supported by his own president, by his own previous president, his predecessor. He didn't even get supported by, Obama. Obama didn't support Biden. You know who he threw his support behind? You'll be blown away. Trump. Because he saw how Biden was acting on TV and yada yada. And he was like, wow, if I do this, they'll just ruin this country further than I already did. Guaranteed. I'm going to take a pause for the cause, go grab a drink, etc., etc. Maybe go for another 15 minutes or whatever. Oh, my stomach, man, my stomach. Next course of classes I'm going to take after I'm done with history and my music degree is going to be world politics. Because I'm either going to go to be a politician or I'm going to go to be something else. Look at me just trying to put a cap on top of a cup. Man, why'd you have to jinx me with that 15-minute shit? Because now I feel it coming on. Hopefully, I can hold it till the last couple of minutes of this video. But really, in the last 4 years, our tax deficit has gone up and down, but it's also stayed concurrent, if that makes any sense. It went up and down for a while. The tax market, or the hold on. The stock market crashed right when Trump became president, and then it shot back up. And it's at the highest, in my eyes, my view, and my point of view, that it's ever been at. And usually, when it gets at the highest it's ever been at, the only thing for it to do is go again. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's another recession soon. But, it's not solely blamed on Trump, because the person before Trump had the stock market crashing all the fucking time. Just saying. Not to mention, the stock market is basically like legalized gambling. Really is. Ah, the water helped. The water helped. Ooh. You never know if you're going to win or lose with the stock market. That's why it's like legalized gambling. And the only reason I know a little bit about that is because I wanted to invest, and the thing I wanted to invest into was actually hemp. And the only reason is because obviously our documentation of this country is printed on it. I mean, it's something that should be legal again, and it's something that should be used in houses. It should be used in all kinds of different things, making clothing, making shoes, making piping. It's like you can make all kinds of shit out of it. Yeah, it's always his fault in the eyes of the media because they want somebody to pin it on. They needed a patsy. There was this guy that wrote this book. He was a psychic or something of the sort, all right? And he basically predicted something that didn't come to pass, but everything else he predicted did come to pass. But the point is one of those things he predicted was the assassination attempt of Angela Merkel, who is the world leader of Germany. And he basically predicted this, stating that, it would happen, and it never happened. But the one thing that did happen that he did predict is Twin Towers. So, it's like, and I don't think, after watching video after video after video after video and skull fucking myself to death on videos of 9/11 being a hoax or being real, I to this day problematically have to believe that it was real, and that thousands of people lost their lives, and it was a very, very tragic event in world history, not just US history, world history, because that building basically controlled world trade for the whole world. So it's just you know. And you know what's funny? The same person that also predicted those things predicted that Trump would become president. It's kind of hilarious. I also predicted that he would become president because everybody else, without a shadow of a doubt, had some regime, some cause for only themselves. Yeah, I know. My cousin lives there. She lives right in Trier. I believe that's still part of. No, that's part of the West, I think. I could be wrong. I'm not that great with their geography, almost a geological mapping, which would have been sufficient enough. Oh, my tummy. Yeah, West. I think the reason I said close because it's the only city that's close to the cusp where she lives. The part of Trier she lives in, yada yada. And it's the oldest city in Germany. By far the oldest city in Germany. It used to be French too. I could be wrong though. I don't think I am. Nothing worse than cold coffee. I don't know how people drink cold brew. Well, there's one type of cold brew I will drink, but it's an organic one. I can't remember what it's called right now. I got a container, empty container over there in the plastic bag, but I'm not digging it out. I get it at Walmart every so often. It's like $2.50. It's an on the go thing. It tastes like chocolate or vanilla or mocha or wait, mocha is the same thing as chocolate. Vanilla or cafe latte. Yeah, that's the three flavors that I've had. No, no more colored water. The brown bomber is gonna stop. It's gonna be like dropping bombs on Berlin, okay? In the 1940s, that is. You know what the funniest videos I watch by Upchurch are? The funniest videos by far that I watch that make me laugh all the way through are the Lacquer Thinner Larry videos. That shit gets me rolling. Nah, that can't be streamed live because I don't have 1,000 subs. If I had 1,000 subs, I'd sit there and be like, I'm taking a shit. No, I'm kidding. I'd so totally get banned. See, that's why they won't let me have 1,000 subs right there. Because they know I'll do shit that'll get me banned. They want to monitor me, keep me at a level. Oh, let's keep them at this level, just right above 300. Let's censor the fuck out of them. And by the way, I have not been making any of my videos for kids. So if kids are still seeing them, that isn't my fault or my problem. And here's my opinion to the Child COPA Act. Y'all need to fucking just take kids off the internet. That simple. Bloop. No screen time. Ah! Oh my God! Save it for the adults. I mean, the internet is a very, very scary world. I'm just saying. And for all these parents that let their kids basically just learn off the internet, that's an even scarier thought. Think about what they are learning. Ain't one of my kids going to be read to by somebody in a fucking dress that it's a dude and they have a set of fucking tits. I'm sorry. I'll pull my kid right out that school. Not saying I have any kids, but who knows? I've screwed a couple women. And if I did have a kid, he'd be somewhere around 9 years old right now. Yeah. Maybe 10. Probably my nephew's age, yeah. Because that was the last girl that I was fucking all the time. Okay. And the one after that was a hoe. So she had to go. She know who she is. She's still blocked. The only ex I have blocked. She's a fucking liberal. Can't stand liberals. I don't have a problem with, I don't have a problem with Democrats or old school liberals, but fuck, this new generation is just fucking ape shit, man. Drives me nuts. So going back to my video, fuck your feelings. Yeah, I still say it. Fuck liberals. Fuck Democrats. And fuck your feelings. I got that from somebody else. He knows who he is. Outlaw Morgan. Oh, dude, I forgot. I totally forgot. For the first time, I caught a pigeon on Red Dead Redemption the other night. I didn't even know there was pigeons on there. Are you gonna go pee yet? Are you gonna go pee? No. I wish I could go downstairs. I wonder if I could with the GoPro. I gotta delete shit off of it and get another one of another disk drive that has a little port, a little chip port. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank there on what it's called. the chip itself, because my port on my computer doesn't work because I had this big ass S or fuck. Why am I drawing a blank? Big ass graphics card put in there, 750 Ti. It is made by Game Force or something like that. I can't remember. GeForce or something like that. Anyways, not the USB port, but the chip port, it doesn't work to like insert this stupid camera's memory disk. Okay. This thing right here. I suck at explaining technical shit. Sorry. Yeah, SD card. It doesn't have an SD card reader. And basically, when I had to get my computer to run faster, they had to knock out the front two USB ports and the SD card reader so that my computer would run off the power source that they put in and the graphics card and not overload. Should have just built it myself. Because if I built it, I'd have got everything to work. Motherfuckers. What would you call them? Mother fudgers? I mean, do I got to start being a little more PC like Upchurch says fugging? Basically, I can't use my SD card in my computer unless I go out and get another one of these disc readers. I have one, but it's not for that. It's for reading CDs and DVDs. So I just plug that one when I'm not using it and plug the other one in, yada yada. It's not that big a deal to me. I want to get the new Xbox. It's basically like a PC, the new Xbox. On the back, I have USB ports, but on the front, I have 0. I'd like to upgrade this thing, but in order to do that, I got to get a whole new case, a whole new tower, and they're gonna stop making towers soon, like is what I've been told, or certain towers that are designed to fit my model computer because they're outsourcing them to new models. It's kind of stupid. Yeah, it's me. Like I said before, if something ain't broke, don't fix it. Just make it a little better. It's like, why do you always have to? Yeah, I don't. But then we're gonna have these 16 terabyte computers before long, so it's like we've already got 2, 3, 4, 5 terabytes. I mean, some people I already know have 16 terabytes in their computers, so yeah, it's only for me to buy more crap. Correct. I wanted to spend my tax return solely on a computer. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm gonna have to buy like fish tank stuff. I'm gonna have to buy the saltwater tank filter. I'm gonna have to buy the freshwater tank filter. It's like I'm getting tired of Marinelands. Yeah, they're nice, but when you have to change them every couple of weeks, it's like 7 terabytes. I only have 2. Mine's a super spud, man. And it still runs YouTube. I see people that can't even get an i3 to run YouTube. It's like, you ain't doing it right. Oh, and it runs a mic that most computers would drop. So there you go. A blue microphone. That are over 5 years old. Most computers would drop that are over 5 years old. And what I mean by drop that is there would be a whole bunch of latency and it would drop in and out and it'd crack all the time. Sometimes it does it, but it's when it's having a bad day and I've overloaded the computer already. And I have about 40 tabs on this screen, 80 tabs on this screen. Marineland is actually, I think, owned by Hagen. I could be wrong. Let me check that. Yeah, I'm checking myself. Cup, you're in the way. Huh. Wow. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day. Marineland is owned by Canada, but step back for a second. They also have a big subcontract or side contract with SeaWorld. I just thought I'd share. It's probably half ownership or something like that. Maybe they were about to go under. I don't know. That's just a thought. Usually that's what happens when other companies buy half of another company. I just learned something new that I didn't know. Unless I didn't type in the right thing. Could be. Hold on. Pretty sure they're owned by Canada or a corporation in Canada.